Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. We are trading QSI this morning on the momentum day trading side of things. I've also been having many of my swing trades getting further partials hit during pre-market, such as, well, including AgFi, Robinhood, AFRM, SoFi, ET, CLS, Lemonade, Chewy, VRT, and iNod. So that's about 10% of my positions. I have about 60 positions hitting. Targets. My largest position, Palantir, is down in pre-market. It's not quite holding up as well as IonQ between my larger positions. Where's IonQ here? Boom. IonQ. Oh, actually, IonQ is not a large position at all. How did that get so small? Am I missing shares that I should be categorizing? No, I don't think so. But it is risk-free, so that's the nice thing. Be looking for an add-on point here at some point. It's not quite shaping up that way. Palantir. My stop is already where my stop would be when it breaks out, so there'll be no adding on until Palantir can make another run and pull back. So I entered on Catalyst Day ER, and it made a run, profiting all the way up, pulled back, broke out strongly with conviction, and so I added on and converted the free roll, then moved my stop up. So now it's basing, and it'll need to run again, create a base period. So I might be in it with the shares that I have for 2 months, maybe 3 months before I get to add on. Hey, good morning, Michael. But yeah, it'll be nice when it does. There's a lot of singles, a lot of pilot positions that I have that are shaping up into potential add-ons, and when that stop can be raised, you can add on if you like, depending, So I don't know, how many do I have now? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 22, 23, 24, 30. It looks to my eyes to be just short of 50, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 49. Yeah, good guess. So I have 49 pilot positions right now, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and I have 19. So I have 49 pilot positions. And 20 and 19 what are we calling that? Leveraged positions? Free rolled positions? Free rolled positions. See, the thing I don't like about just calling something a free roll, because remember in class I've spoken to you, Michael, before about how many people who know of these some of the concepts that we do here with that are not doing it exactly the way I'm doing it. Not even nearly. Like I'm combining a lot of uh, concepts into this one new way of doing it. And so other people might say they're on a free roll on a position. They're on a free roll on a position. It's free roll. It's a free ride from here. They might even say risk free, zero. They might say all that stuff. But it doesn't speak to the fact that we're adding into that. They're getting their free roll because they've raised their stop. That's all. They've raised their stop above their break even or to their break even. And so for them, it's a free roll. Yes. So that's why we're not just free rolling, because when we get that raised stop, we're re-leveraging at zero risk or a low amount of risk. That's why mass or amass, something like that, build. I wonder gain. As far as the acronym goes, that's why those acronyms work better. So like when I say I have a free roll, I mean, snowball continues to be the best word. I just don't like it. If there was a better word for snowball, I wonder how you say snowball in German. Let's see. Not that I'm German. I'm not. Snowball in German is called a
Schneeball.
No, well, it won't be that. Schneeball. Schneeball.
Schneeball.
Schneeball. Schneeball. How about Latin? Let's try like Roman. Like, do they have Roman? No. Latin. Let me see if they have Latin. JKL. Latin.
Viburnum.
Viburnum. Viburnum. Viburnum. No, that's not quite it. But snowball is very close to the concept, though, because except for the fact that the stock is creating the momentum, whereas in a snowball, the capital itself, the snow in the snowball, is then being tugged by gravity and then starts rolling, and it starts accumulating as it's rolling downhill by gravity, by the force of gravity. The stock in this case is gravity, and our capital is the snowball in that case. The other analogy is a black hole or even a very large planet or other planet. Black hole is probably the best because it's so strong, but a very large sun would probably eat up all of any planets that could orbit it, and that thereby makes it bigger. A black hole is really probably a good example, though, although it takes a long time. They call that accretion. When the particles sort of condense. So I still got to get a better word for this so that we can talk about it. Number one, so we can talk about it. So I can say, hey, I've got a blank on this position, and that word, it should suggest everything. It should be so good that it suggests everything. Or it should be an acronym that's so good that it's close to suggesting everything, but when you break down the acronym, it completely describes it. So our mass would be momentum accumulation system. That's very close to the meaning. Meaning-wise, that's really good. But, when I say I have a mass position on this, then it becomes only the only people who understand the brand and understand it's a little too inside. I need it to almost communicate what's going on. Risk-free, free roll, 0. Then anyway. All right, so I'm watching QSI continue to push here, and there's a bunch of great swings this morning that are continuing. I've had a slew of continuation in pre-market. As you can see in the bottom right here, the market closed here, and it's almost back to where it closed on the open. Bitcoin, by the way, pushing towards 95,000. As I mentioned 2.5 years ago or 2 years ago, Bitcoin is really showing the direction of business and markets more than even the markets themselves. It's like Bitcoin, the direction of the stock market is following Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the leader. And that started happening about 2.5 years ago. And so like if you want to know, how the market's doing or if the market is, bullish or whatnot, that's where you're going to find it. Geez, I'd like to add, on QSI, I'm up at the point where I could add, and I could put my risk to stop at higher. My position is down here. My last stop was over here on QSI right now, and I'd like to add as it, it finally did a rally, broke out of that rally, and now it's breaking out of this pullback, and I have a feeling it's going to continue like this, but it's really not. It's not a doable point to add on. I'll probably get stopped out over here. But what might happen is it might make a little run for it and then come back down and maybe do some of this and then start to, create a base. And I can risk to stop either there, depending on how it plays out. Probably I should have drew all that over here because it's like, because it's like so much more clear, on the 1-minute chart, those structures. I don't know. Actually, sometimes it's more clear not on the 1-minute chart. It's more clear on the 5-minute chart. So in some sense, I think the 5-minute chart, is definitely more clear. But you get a little bit more detail there. Okay, so we just got some more strength continuation on Qubit. So I'm going to go ahead and take another little piece out right there. So what I'm doing now, did it not sell? Okay, good. Well, in some sense, that's fine because now it's pulling back a little bit. But if it pushes pretty strongly, it creates one of these tall 1-minute candles, I'm probably going to have to take another piece out. And that's beyond my 50% at that point. But that's what happens. Sometimes these things just go extra vertical. And it's all profit, you know what I mean? So even if you were to sell all out of your position, it's raised your account level. So if you were to get back in, even though you could lose $100 in my case for my risk to stop to your stop, it's coming out of the profits you already profited, so it works. It's going to look different because your average prices aren't going to mix in and stuff. I mean, keep one share if you want. If you think that's going to happen. Don't sell all out. Keep one share if you really want to get those computations. But the PL day will reflect your reserves in that ticker, if you will. Can you imagine that? So the PL day, when you're all done, when you're fully out, the PL day there, if it's a day trade, by the way, if it's a day trade. But this can happen in slow motion on a swing trade. And you just have to know the theory, all the theory, like I've taught you. Because sometimes it won't show you the PL day, or it'll be hard to track for you to mathematically go back and what are you going to do? Go back and mathematically figure out all your take profits and this and that, and your cost average, this and that. It can be too much. You understand your system. If you mark up your charts, then the theory takes care of itself for you. The theory takes care of you. And what was I going to say is that marking up the charts, the theory. For example, Thinkorswim. Even if you set, I found this out just the other day. Even if you set in Schwab, which used to be TD Ameritrade, in Schwab in your account, even if you set your tax slotting to LIFO, which is what you want to do, you want last in, first out, LIFO, in order for it not to change your original cost average price that it shows. So, even if you change that in Schwab, where you need to change it, Thinkorswim has it built in to do FIFO, so it fucks you. So it'll show a raised cost average as you start to take partials out, and that is incorrect. It is incorrect. That is not correct because it's doing FIFO. It's selling your first shares cost averages first, and so you're losing your initial basis. But it's all arbitrary. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter in the end. It's like you sell some shares here. It doesn't matter whether or not it pretends it came from here or here. It's all the same shares that you have. So in theory, everything works. The theory will save you. I got to grab a partial here in a second. I think it's about to pop. QSI. So you can't trust the numbers that your brokerages tell you. Thinkorswim literally will give you the incorrect cost average. Did you know that? Well, in some sense, I didn't. I mean, I knew it because it did. It would give me the incorrect numbers. But I confirmed that the other day with support. That even if you were to set it to LIFO, which is what you need, Thinkorswim defaults to FIFO inside. It's just coded that way. It's not an option. So, but you do want to make sure you have your trade prices or whatever in the setup application settings in Thinkorswim set to execution priced, not cost average or something. You have to choose execution price. And the reason for that is if you choose cost average, it will include wash sales and that you were in this a month ago. It'll connect them. It'll average from the last time you were in it. It won't be this current position you have. So you have to choose execution price in application settings. I believe I can show you that. Let me see here. As long as it doesn't show my account number. Okay. You go to settings, application settings, and then you go down to calculations, and you want to change your P&L display method to execution price, not cost. Execution price. So there you go. It's right there in case you can't see that. So you go to application settings, which is in the top right of your TOS, and then you go in general, you go down to calculations, and then you go to P&L display method, computation method, and you choose execution price. Do not have it on cost. That will give you inaccurate results on anything that you've been in and out of more than in the last 60 days. It'll connect their cost bases, which you don't want. That'll give you totally inaccurate information. So you don't want that. This is the big whopper today, QSI. I already looked at all the other ones, and I've got them up even, and then everything below, anything else that was hot enough to really get our attention, it's like 27% gainers and less. Unless any of those are big, huge ones, like Flex and Wix, then we're going to ignore them. So Flex and Wix, let's take a look at that. Flex, okay, Flex is in a beautiful uptrend, and it looks like this is going to be a gap that breaks all-time high there, or whatever that is, and then that kind of movement usually creates a continuation. And this is not on ER. What's the news on here? This is not on ER. I thought maybe it might be. Oh, well, hold on. It completed an acquisition. So I'm not sure that's going to create enough relative volume for us on Flex. Let's take a look at it pre-market while QSI is forming. Flex. It might be too thin. Oh, yeah, it's very thin. So we're going to skip Flex. So good. We get to take one off the radar. We don't even give a crap. Next up is Wix. I thought it might have been an ER. Wix is a little bit too thinly traded too. This you could definitely see in TradingView. See that all these little, there's many passages of time where no trade occurred, and so it puts a blankness, and so you get this like thinned out spotty quality. Like look at QSI, richly every candle formed with lots of trading inside of it, right? But you go to Wix, and you can see it's thin. So we don't even bother getting into those names. Maybe as a swing trade, you can always opt to try, but you'd want to look at the chart and see what you got going on there. There's a lot of overhead on this. So unless we're talking unprecedented levels of volume, so a full-on change in this company to renewed levels of volume, then nothing's changed, and it has a ton of overhead supply it's going to have to cut through for the next year. Even though I love this, it was in a long stage 1 dormancy, and then bam, start coming out, and it's been doing great ever since. I mean, since it came out, it is now up 105% in just about exactly 1 year. So, if you do want to learn about those dormancy stages and when these things turn around and stuff, you'd want to study Stan Weinstein's stage analysis concepts. He has some great books on that. And there's YouTube videos you could study that people put together, and there's even interviews with him showing it. I mean, what a beautiful time we live in, right? Like, God, can you imagine if we could go back and just watch and listen to all the speeches of George Washington, or watch the founding fathers sign the Constitution because it was, recorded. Like, this is the time we live in. You can look at one of our founding fathers in the stock market, Stan Weinstein's. He's still alive. He's still with us. He's up there, but he's doing good, knock on wood. And he has full-on illustrative with slides, technique, strategy analysis, interview videos on YouTube. I mean, how crazy is that? So you can go right to the source with these things. Oh, I'm going to pull up my one-stop account. By the way, Michael, my one-stop account, I'm in my phase 2, and I'm trying to build that up to my lower profit target, which is 5%. But whilst being in it, I had a bunch, the market pulled back. Remember that like a couple days ago? And that set me back 2%. And I've been sort of holding that level and then slowly chipping away and building it more. I think this morning I'm going to be doing pretty well because I'm in Tesla, Bitcoin, Berkshire Hathaway, and Apple. I'm not sure how Apple's doing this morning. Let's see if Apple is up a little from yesterday's close. Actually, it's even a little bit down. So I'm trying to get that one-stop account all the way fully qualified. And then it will be a full-blown $100,000 account with 5x leverage, so $500,000. That's $320, I believe, to get one of those. But the $10,000 account, yeah, you could go for that. And it takes many days, if not weeks. Like, for example, you need 4 days at minimum to qualify for each phase. And if you can get into the one phase, that could be better because then you have to go through less hoops. And then what I was going to say is that it takes 4 days minimum. They require you, or 3, for the trading. So, sooner you start, the better, because, I've been working on it for what, a week and a half now, or 2 weeks, or 2.5 weeks. I'm 6 trading session days in to a 4-day qualification phase right now. 6 days in to a 4-day one, and still waiting to complete it. So it can take 1, 2, or 3 weeks. And I suggest that, by the way, that you take it slow, that you diversify, that your positions be no more than $25,000 in allocation, in a 25% allocation in the account. So $2,500 in a $10,000 account. Keep it diversified, and make sure you're picking swing stocks where your stop would be no more than the 8% stop, even though it's for a quarter of the portfolio. And if you were to get fully stopped out, it actually would only diminish your portfolio by 2%, because it's 25% of your portfolio in that case. The problem is, if you're in 4 positions completely, and they're all 8% or more to your stop, and then the whole market pulls back, they all react, the same typically. So they'll all pull back. And so now you have 100% of your portfolio pulling back towards, spiraling back towards an 8% stop very easily. And you're going to get, you're going to fail that account, and they're going to close it. So, yeah, you got to diversify, but you also got to make sure that the stocks you get into, like I wanted to get into Bitcoin in the first phase, but I couldn't because the risk to stop was 11%. But recently, Bitcoin changed the way it's been moving and formed a new formation. And during this phase, I'm in it. I'm in Bitcoin, and I have a risk to stop of, let me see, 86 divided by 92 minus 1, 6.5% to the stop. That's pretty good for Bitcoin. Okay, I'm about to take another piece off of what did I do? Oh, I put 0.35. No, it won't allow me to sell partial shares. All right, the market's opening in 6 minutes, so this will be interesting to watch and see how this market flows. It has pulled back before the open pretty strongly, but that's excellent. This is a buying market. So if price pulls back, what's going to happen? It's going to get bought up. Now, smart money is smart. They're going to wait to see if maybe they can get even better prices tomorrow. They'll hold out as long as they can, but they'll be there. There might be some stocks that'll be unavoidable buy points that comprise the indexes, And so the smart money will swoop in when the smart money swoops in, and that may cause a little FOMO bottoming, a buy the dip FOMO moment today. So, we'll see where that is. And react accordingly. RCAT, one of my positions, just had a little profit target hit. This one's just been very vertical. It is practically breaking out of highs today. So we have a lot of swings doing great things right now. So see how this is great, with QSI. It's exactly what I said would happen, is that once it pulled out, I believed it was going to go up and then start to pull back in like this. And it is kind of doing that, so it'll create a longer sort of base period there. And then I'll be able to raise my stop, which is currently over here, to this level and add on over here. That could happen nearly instantaneously at the open, which I won't react to. I won't do. I need it. I need some maturity. Flying at the open is definitely immaturity. So once the market opens here in 4 minutes, even if QSI were to fly, I wouldn't get in. I'd still want to wait it out for at least 10 minutes so I can get an up and a down candle, and then grab it when it breaks up above that on minute 11. If it's, that's the minimum I'd end up waiting. That's not always the case. That's just the way this is formed, and that's the situation here. However, a break of pre-market highs would definitely be an entry for somebody not in yet. You just would want to set your low to probably down here, so your risk unit would be a bit wider. And that's fine. That's the price to pay for not getting in earlier. I got in over here. I think I got in over here. I got in at 134. 134 would be, yeah, I did. I got in right here. So I have a very nice risk level. You can see the 2 to 1 is like practically to there. I'm already well above my 2 to 1. And that's why I'm waiting for some strength to just take some partials into. This is not strength. This is strength. A nice wide candle. This is not strength. Tippy-toeing forward, tippy-toeing forward. You don't sell into that. You don't take an extra partial manually into that. And it is the same thing in swing trading as well. You're looking for, a big day to take profits into. What was that one? Was it IonQ? Well, you might let's say you got all out of flex somewhere here. You take profits on this next day, up here. So the minute you can kind of confirm it's pushing strongly, abnormally strongly. Like how many strong green days have there been? One, but that was the catalyst, so you can almost remove that. But let's say 1, 2, here's 1, 3, here's 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 days. That's it. So you can see it's rare. So when it happens, you take some profits into that strength. That's 9 days out of 118. So 9 divided by 118, 8% of the time. 8% of the time, you're going to get a strong move that you can take some extra profits by manual into. And I'm talking about the implied context here, which others might not understand, is I'm talking about when you're beyond your 2 to 1 and you have no further take profits to take a set, and you're just waiting for it to reset and create a new entry for you to create a new stop and you add on to and stuff while you're waiting for that. If it's going to be flying, you have to say to yourself, well, gosh, do I sell? If you don't know what to do, I'm telling you what to do. When you have moments of strength, you go ahead and you just take it. You take a little bit. You take another piece out. That could be arbitrarily whatever size you want. All right, we've got 15 seconds till the market opens. The squawk is going to be going crazy. We're about to break 95,000 on Bitcoin. You're probably going to hear a bunch of orders start to take profits at the open here because I have 362 orders set across my 70 positions. Actually, no. They've all been taken already in pre-market. That's good. Got an alert on GuideWire. What is that alert? I already have this position, so is it an add-on? Okay, it's an add-on alert. It's that it went above the 197 level there to add on, but it's a red at the moment. So I'll be watching that further to see how it shapes off of the open. Looks like it's about to turn green. I got an alert on BKKT. We're getting some continuation on BKKT. This might be a breakout continuation. Whoa. Okay. What I'd like to do is get into BKKT if it breaks over 35 with conviction, or even 37. So we have time here. We have some time. QSI, BKKT, and this is for a penny stocking swing trade. I'm going to take another piece out on Bitcoin while we're sitting here. And I can take a tiny bit more out on Tesla, it looks like, as well. Tesla is up. No, it's not really up yet. I'm going to wait for that to push more. Did it halt? No, it did not. So BKKT, if it has the power, there goes QSI. So now over on QSI, I want to take some partials. It looks like BKKT doesn't have the power right now. I want to take another partial out if it's going to push. So I'm going to continue to watch QSI, BKKT. Going to keep BKKT on the radar as well. TNXP failing out. BTCT is a stock linked to Bitcoin. It's up in pre-market, but Bitcoin's the real winner there. PT Peloton, it was just talking about. The noise is the noise level is a lot. We're essentially trying to catch BKKT for continuation, and that'll be really good. Walmart is filling in nicely after having pulled back. So it's going to try and fill in that rejection, that region, zone, the sting. It's going to try and fill in the sting of the sell-off on yesterday's push. We call that backfilling. I think QSI might have halted. Yes, it did. QSI halted. It halted at 932.23. So we can focus on BKKT for a minute here. Palantir is pushing. That's nice. While the market's kind of pulled back, everybody wants Palantir. And Lemonade is up off the open as well. Okay, so we might get an entry here for a swing trade on BKKT. And if we do, stop to the low of the day would make sense. So stop at low of the day would be 31. And we're about to hit at 35. So I'm going to go ahead and get some. $4 a risk. Doesn't allow me to buy too many shares, but I'll take it. So I have my order there on BKKT for a continuation trade. And we'll just let that, I'll just watch this screen here. I'm trying to buy around 35 for continuation, stop at low of the day 31. That works. You could set your stop way down here to 28, but I don't think this stock, BKKT, is going to be doing any basing. This is a lightning bolt, situation. If it moves, we're going to be taking partials, and why am I not getting filled? Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. Let's try that again. Okay, I got the 25 shares now. Now I want to take out one every 20 bucks. Actually, this works. All right, so I'm going to get 12 exits, which is half my position because I have 25 shares. Just setting up all those 2-to-1 exits right now. All right, that took me too short of 200s. I got to spread them out just a little bit more. I'm doing this on my other active trader window so we can keep an eye on QSI. Now, the thing with QSI is, just in a moment here, there we go. I want to get into QSI and set a ridiculous take profit, just one. So we stopped at 170, so I'm going to put 199, just in case it comes out of the halt and have a ridiculous exit. Ridiculous take partial exit. Okay, I got another exit on AgFi. Ag fee is a swing trade I'm in. It's a pilot position. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Whoo. You know, catch a tiger by the tail. No, that's not what I mean by it. Interesting. I just looked up the meaning of catch a tiger by the tail. It says to take on something that is too difficult to manage. Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but I mean, what we're doing here is we're catching a lightning bolt by the tail, you know? That's how I think of it. It says it evokes an image of grabbing a powerful and fierce animal by the tail, only to have it turn on you. Oh, I guess people do use it that way, even in finance, because one of the examples was, you know nothing about the commodities market, quote, yeah, end quote. You'll end up catching a tiger by the tail, end quote. All right, so QSI is going to be coming out of the halt soon. Oh, it is out of the, wait, I thought I saw it change red. Is it out of the halt? It is out of the halt, yeah. It's at 177. I may take a partial, but, you know, off the open, I kind of expect even a bigger candle, maybe to 187, somewhere around there. I do have that 199 take profit set, but I'll take a piece out of what I already have if it moves up there quickly. You know, strength. Otherwise, you know, I'll just let it continue to tiptoe. You don't need to sell what you have into tiptoeing, but you do need to sell what you have into quick moves, quick strong moves. Because quick strong moves typically will reset anyway. I'm gonna set some orders to close some of my put credit spreads. I always put those in on the day and let them sit to be taken. I think we halted again. We halted again on QSI. It came out at 168, halted at 177. So the idea that it's going to just open and hit my 199, that's seems to be a more distant reality. But that's outstanding. And BKKT is sitting up near our entry, high type flagging, if you will. Unity appears to be strong this morning. Coin, obviously. Unity. We're in AAOI. So AAOI is doing good. I have some of that. See, this might be an add-on. Let's see. This is an add-on AAOI slightly because I want to raise my stop to 26. Okay, I have to work on that on my other screen. AAOI 2480, yeah, is my current average, and I want to get that up to 80 to 26. I mean, you don't have to buy much more to get there. Probably one share will do it. I don't have any partials set. Let me double check on that. No, I do, and I have multiple targets hitting. Okay. Let's grab some more here. AAOI. Oh, good. It has pulled back. It's a great moment to get some more. Let's let it pull back. Can. Some more. Get a better average. Might be able to get 2 shares. All right, I'll try 1 share. Trying to get my average price up to about 26. Okay, 25.33. good. Yeah, I'd like to get it at the 26 so I can get another share. Okay, grabbing another. Trying to get it up to about 26. It's at 25.33. I know you guys don't see that. We got to keep an eye on QSI when it comes out of the halt. It will be coming out of the halt theoretically at 43 and 35 seconds. Yeah, see, now I'm not even able to get that extra share because it's found bottom and it's bouncing, but it might pull back more. That was a pretty strong pullback off the top there. If I can get closer to 31, I'll take it. Add on.
QSI may resume in less than a minute.
So this is an add-on point, on AAOI. Or a buy point, if you wanted to get the exit of the high tight flag as your entry.
NOVA.
Okay, we're going to come out of the halt now. Oh, I came out of the halt and pulled back. This is why it's nice to be sitting on some padding. Still seeing buying demand double over supply, which is probably the most bullish we've seen anything for about 2 weeks in terms of supply and demand. Yep, there it goes. Now, if I see like a really strong candle, I want to take a piece out, a manual piece out. Yeah, almost was it. If it could have just went a little bit further. Yeah. Right. Yeah, right there. I'm putting one. Okay, good. Got it filled. 184. Or looks like it filled me at 181, but that's all right. It's still way above my 2-to-1. I'm at one. As far as that goes, my multiple right now, I originally got 134. And I'm not at an add-on point. That might come in an hour or two. And I put my stop at 125. Actually, it was at 128. 128. There we go. So my multiple right now is 9-to-1. I'm getting 9-to-1 so far on QSI. I just got another order filled on something. Let me take a look at what that was. Ion Q. Some continuation on Ion Q. Beautiful. Oh, that's just beautiful. Now it's breaking out, so that's an entry for anyone not in it. I'm already in it. It's an add-on point if you want, but I'm already in it. And what's my size on that? It's one of my top performers now. It's a little low. It's a little small. The best I could do is get $100 of risk set in on this here. Let's see. 21 stop. 29.70. That's 870 of risk. $100 divided by 870 risk. Best I could do is set myself up with $100 of risk, which would mean I can get 11 shares. And how many do I have? I have 19. I'm risk free with more. So nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. My hands are tied. My allocation is there, but you can get an entry on INQ there. That's an entry add-on point. All right, BKKT is not continuing. I'm going to sell everything on that. It's just not happening. It never really broke 35, and it's not happening. Well, all right, I'm going to stay in because the volume on it is really low on those pushes. Well, there goes AAOI. Remember I said I was going to try to get another share or two. But I did. I was able to add one share. That's good. On AAOI.
DNMR halted. DNMR will resume at 9 hours 51 minutes and 18 seconds. BTDR. RERE. SEDG. NOVA. KC. ZIM. OKLO. RCAT. ASPI.
LTBR.
Weird. Anything else moving hugely? No, not really. We've got Oklo, possibly. Where is that price on that? Okay, over here. Reclaiming a pivot low break.
MSTR.
Yeah, it's not worth the risk. It's just not something that's moving strongly. QSI, SLXN, TNXP, J Fiber. Okay, that's a split, I think. JFBR. Yeah, that's a split. Back to QSI. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, we're getting some pullback.
MSTR. NNE. NOVA. BTDR. LMND.
All right, Bitcoin's heading to 95,000 right now, so that's going to probably cause the market to bottom.
KC. MSTR. BTDR. RCAT. LMND.
WKSP.
XCUR. KC. NOVA. MSTR. IONQ. QSI halted. LMND. QSI will resume at 9 hours 54 minutes and 4 seconds. DNMR may resume in less than a minute.
Which one? DNMR. Okay. QSI is halted down. DNMR. DNMR. Oh, it's halted down. Okay. Calm. Pullback hot stock. Let's see. Okay. IonQ making progress, you see, but Palantir up in its flag is like, waffling a little bit, which is not quite floundering. It's pre-floundering. Waffling is pre-floundering. I'm going to take another teensy partial out on my Bitcoin position. All right. Yeah, I wanted to ask. What is waffling? To talk or write a lot without giving any useful information or any clear answers. Yeah, Palantir's waffling. It's just like kind of pitter pattering around and not making a clear directional trend. It's just meow, 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 right? Now, if I asked it, what is floundering? Floundering, to struggle to obtain footing and to thrash about wildly. You see? So it's funny. So it's waffling, but it's not floundering. All right, I sold another piece on AgFi. AgFi continuing to fly. Looks like I'm over a 1-to-1. I'm probably about 1.5 to 1 already on that. Things working out there on that. Now, how's Netflix doing? I gotta set a PCS on that. Wow. Super continuing. Let's see if I can get a fill on anything I have left on Netflix. Okay. I have the view trades. The 710-705 to get rid of. All right. 710-705. I'm going to put that in the books as an order. 710-705. Yeah, it shows a negative closing price. So that means typically that, yeah, nobody's really around to take the options from me. But I'll still put the order in the book for a penny, which is $1, and that will help pay for somebody's fees if they need to get out. Okay. I'm at 91% max profit on that Netflix. I'm trying to build up a shares position on it so I can get a snowball going. And over on Tesla, how's it looking? Hanging up there. This old put credit spread down here I need to get rid of. It's just way in the money. So let me see about getting rid of that as well. That's the 225-220. Okay. I have one left, and I'll try and get 5 cents for that. Seems plausible. So as theta decays today, those might hit. What else? Do I have any other options-based positions? I mean, TSM continues to be really difficult. I mean, it just can't get up and over my break even. I just need to get up and I just need 2 green days over my break even line, my descending break even line on the put credit spread for that one to be closed out at a nice profit. On, looking good there. I'm at 77% max profit. I mean, technically I can close it out, and I'll try and do that. I have 4, so I'll just try and do that with 1 and see if I get it. If I do, then I'll keep taking out at lower and lower prices till it stops. Yeah, 80% max profit. Okay, QSI, what are you going to do? All right, QSI found support after coming out of the pullback halt.
MAXN. OKLO. CAN.
Let's see here. Radar, the market descending, Bitcoin ascending, Palantir pulling back, Walmart going sideways, BKKT, we were hoping it would continue and it's not. I think I'm going to go ahead and get all out of that now since it's just Waffling. Perfect word for it. Flatten. All right, we don't need it anymore. There we go. We're out of that. Tried for the BKKT continuation. No can do. No can be. Oh, cannot be.
CAN. YMM. FBRX halted. FBRX will resume at 10 hours 1 minute and 15 seconds.
FBRX. Yeah, that's showing up on my scans. What's going on?
CAN.
FBRX. Kind of thin, but this is nice. Pattern here. What's the change? 85%. That's good. And an atlas pattern. We'll have to be watching that. It looks like I might be just about at the point to get all out on QSI. It's halted down near the low of the day stop. My stop is technically at 125-ish. But I could probably get out if it breaks low of the day. That's just not very good. You know, you got to be able to see the writing on the wall. FBRX. Let's keep that up here. And over here.
SLNO.
LAB.
Two halted stocks, one up, one down. One we want to get in and one we want to get out of.
MDAI. TCT. MDAI halted. MDAI will resume in 0 seconds.
The risk that we might want to take on this is to a stop of 872, 1140,
SLNO.
$2.70 of risk, 37 shares. All right, so I'll set that up. In case this is something we want to get in, FBRX.
LUNR.
Lunar, okay, what's going on there? Yeah, good. Continuation, good. Filling in nicely. Did it just come out of the halt? Oh, there it goes. Okay, wow. Whoa, it's moving fast. Any pullback would be nice. I guess it's halting again. All right, I'm getting in if I can. Okay, I'm in on FBRX. All right, I'm going to set up all my profit targets. 37, half of that is like 19. So 9 2 share exits. Setting up all my exits now on FBRX. Meanwhile, QSI, I got to hit the flatten button probably.
VRX.
FBRXU. Fuck you too. It goes FBRX. You. Oh, that was funny. Okay, there's 18 exits. Yeah, this puppy is flying. All right, thanks for sticking around, guys. I'm going to break now. It's 10 o'clock, top of the hour. I got a couple things to take care of on top of all the trading. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you back in the group. Please stay active so that we can work together on everything and make sure that you make great decisions. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and flatten here on QSI. Bye, guys.
NIO. FBRX halted. FBRX will resume at 10 hours 6 minutes and 41 seconds. MDAI may resume in less than a minute.